Welcome to a special end-of-season bonus series by the Ed Answer Key. You'll hear a unique conversation between a father and son who are both educators and passionate about the transformative power of education. So buckle up, folks. We're about to go on a journey through time filled with a whole lot of wisdom, laughter, and tears.
There's no crying! There's no crying in baseball!
So let's dive in and discover what makes my father and countless others like him so special.
What advice would you give to young educators starting their careers today?
Be flexible. You got to be flexible. And you got to take input from not only adults, but you got to take input from students too. You have to do that.
I remember that first year when I was teaching, I was carpooling with you. That ride to work, I tell people this all the time, that was the best foundation I had as a new teacher, was being able to hear those things Ms. Malone told you. The only pressure is what you put on yourself.
Exactly.
And make sure that you are on good terms with all of the secretaries.
Oh, yes.
And all the custodians.
The secretaries and custodians run the school. Because your administrators, they may come and go. But them secretaries and them custodians, they're going to be there. They know everything about that building and everything about everybody else. They're the most important to me. I always stay in good contact with them.
Because they can make your life easy or they can make your life hard.
More miserable. And like I said, they know everything that's going on in that building.
Oh, they know.
Oh, yeah, they know.
Because they know everybody's routine.
Yep. Because a lot of them are 11-month employees anyway. So they in the building when you're not even there.
And that's how Mom ended her career as an admin assistant to the principal.
Right.
So if you could go back and change one thing about your career, what would it be?
I wouldn't change a thing.
Really?
Oh, no.
Nothing.
Not one thing. And like I said, I was just fortunate that I was in that situation with my parents, my school, my community, my church. Oh, yeah. I was lucky to me, but no, I wouldn't change a thing.
You ever thought about making that administrative leap?
A long time ago. And being an administrator, I could have dealt with the kids, the students. I could have dealt with the parents, but them teachers, I didn't want to deal with them because I know how some of them can go. And you talking about an extra headache. No. I didn't want that.
Did you ever have a sense of burnout or frustration or, challenging times? How'd you handle that?
Well, as many years I put in as a regular teacher and many years I'm putting in as a sub, like I said, I always wanted to be a teacher. It gave me a path to do something better. But as far as being burnt out, I always wanted to do it. Like I said, I always wanted to be a teacher. Always.
Being a teacher now, how do you think technology has impacted the teaching and learning process?
Technology is something else to me. It turned me against education almost. Because like I said, you come in now, kids got their assignments on laptops. But nowadays, these kids, they come out of the womb with a laptop. And that used to scare me to death. I would take my kids to the computer lab, and we supposed to be doing one thing. I look up, they on something else, altogether different.
And I think it goes back to what you said earlier about taking criticism or advice from not only other teachers or the parents, but also the students. A lot of teachers set themselves up to be in a bad spot.
Right.
Because if you think that you're going to keep up with the technology learning curve of, in my case, a middle schooler, 13, 12, 14, 15-year-old, where they're on it at all times.
You're right.
There's no possible way you're going to keep up with that.
Oh, yeah.
It's how to incorporate it without it being a distraction.
And they can read through you what they can get away with. And the thing about it, they'll find out and go tell their classmate, their buddies.
Set you up, man.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. It's that respect, that mutual respect. Right. It needs to be clear.
And it has to be a standard for all of them. You can't favor one student over another.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because they can read through that.
And when the kids call you out in that way, even if you don't think it's that way, that's the way it's landing.
Exactly.
So it landed in a way that you're favoring another student.
Right.
And that's when you need to listen to those things. Because If one of my kids was that student that's feeling slighted in some type of way because you're showing somebody else some type of favoritism,
right,
or treating them in a way where they're getting more attention, that's not a fair situation.
No, it isn't.
Thanks so much for joining us for this episode of the Ed Answer Key. Your support means the world to us. Be sure to stay in the loop about upcoming topics by downloading our free podcast companion at www.edanswerkey.com. So until next time, class dismissed.